Yes. So let us see ahead. I am the cat in the hat, and I think that you need to come take a look at this thing called a seed. From the giant gum tree to this very small weed, every flowering plant started out as a seed. Plants are so useful to me and to you. Can you think of the ways? I will name you a few. The paper for books and the cloth for your plants came from trees and from cotton. That's two kind of plants. The grain and the fruit and the veggies you eat, why? They come from plants too. And here's something neat. In deserts and woods and rainforests, thick grow plants that can make you feel well when you're sick. Yes, plants serve us well and fill so many needs, and flowering plants all started as seeds. Just what is a seed? You're wondering, maybe. Well, you might say a seed is a tiny plant baby. The best way for you to see just what I mean is to take a close look at a seed called a bean. Like all seeds, a bean comes in three basic parts. Thing 1 and thing 2. Please bring on the charts. Part 1 is the first that I think you should know. It's the part that's the baby. It's called embryo, bean seed. To sprout, it needs food, like you and I do, which brings us to seed plant numero 2. It's called cotyledon. Okay. Say, isn't it fun? Isn't it that fun? This bean seed has two, but some others have one. Cotyledon. Okay. Coat, bean seed. Last comes the third part that you need to know. It's the coat, which protects, okay, our cute bean embryo. To sprout a bean seed, keep it moist but not wet. Keep it covered with dirt and then see what you get. In 7 or so days comes the part that I love. A root spreads below and a stem shoots above. In order in order to show a grown bean plant to you, we have traveled in time for some months, maybe two. Roots, root system, fruit, stem, flower, leaf. This is shoot system, parts of a bean plant. Thing 2 calls the part above ground the shoot system. Thing 1 calls the part underground the root system. To get a good look at the roots underground, it is better to make like a mole I have found. Roots are not pretty. They are twisty and hairy, and some roots look even a little bit scary. Roots anchor a plant and help it stand true. Roots suck up the water and minerals too. And roots keep the soil from just washing away. That's pretty important now, wouldn't you say? We have talked about roots, we have learned about them. Now it is time we moved on to the stem. The stem is a pipe through which water shoots. It's absorbed from the soil and passed up through the roots. It shoots through the plant, and next, as you will see, the leaves each turn into a food factory. Just like the rhinos protected with horns, the stem of a rose is protected with thorns. Leaves come in all shapes and all sizes. I have found some small and some spiky, some big and some round. Like this smooth edges, like this narrow leaves, toothed edges, like this wavy edges. But the thing that all leaves have in common is this: they make their own food by photosynthesis. 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 Lobed edges, broad flat leaves. This one. I will say this quite loudly. I don't mean to be rude, but plants are the only living things on earth that make their own food. To do this, plants need water, minerals, and sun. And that's why the daytimes when food making is done. Yeah. Shrink upper. For your information and also for fun, hop in my shrink upper and let's see how it's done. Okay. The leaf takes in carbon dioxide, okay, CO2, through a stoma or pore. It works like a mouth, okay, and that's what it's for. Then the air gets mixed in with the water and sun, and that's how the food making factory is run. You understood, children? Yes. I see by my clock that now is the hour to drop in and say a hello to the flower. Plants breathe out a gas that we breathe in. The name of that gas is oxygen. Oxygen. See, inside leaf there is a food factory. Yeah. Thing 2 has a chart. He will share it with you that shows what the parts of a flower all do. Okay. In the pistil or ovules, they are unfertilized seeds. The stamen holds pollen which an ovule needs. So these are the parts of the flower. Petal, so anther, okay, this is a filament. Both together is called a stamen. This is your pollen grain. This is your stigma, style, ovary, ovule. Okay, all these together, stigma, style, and ovary together is called a pistil. Let us move ahead. An unfertilized ovule will not ever grow, and pollen's the stuff that will fix that. A flower's own pollen or another's, okay. That's where the bees play a role, by the way. To make honey, bees need to get nectar from flowers. They fly and they gather this sweet stuff for hours. The pollen sticks onto their bodies and legs. It falls off and sometimes it reaches the eggs. An ovule that's fertilized becomes a seed. Around it grows fruit upon which we feed. When we say the word fruit, do you know what that means? It means olives, nuts, grains, plantains, tangerines, and apples, and oranges and pineapples too. All kinds of plant foods that are healthy for you. Some fruits are juicy and messy to munch on. Dry ones like nuts are nice just to crunch on. Not all plants with seeds gives us edible fruit. Some plants have seeds that look weird or look cute. Bird seeds are hitchhikers that ride on your clothes, and dandelion seeds sometimes fly up your nose. Some seeds come in pods that explode like a sneeze. Other seeds may have wings and can fly on a breeze. But whether they stick or they blow or they fly, seeds bring us life. And now you know why. I see the sun setting, and here comes the moon. Your mother is calling. Your dinner is soon. I hope you have learned from my little seed talk, and now I will climb up this giant beanstalk. Glossary: Carbon dioxide, the gas humans and animals breathe out and which green plants use to make food. Cotyledon, the first leaf or pair of leaves within the embryo, a part of the seed that stores food. Edible, fit to eat. Embryo, the part of a seed that develops into a new plant, including the stem, leaves, and roots. Fertilization, when the male or sperm cells contained in pollen reach the female or egg cells in the ovules and cause them to grow into seeds. Minerals, materials that are neither animal nor vegetable, found in rocks and soil. They can help animals or plants to grow. Nectar, the sweet liquid secreted by a flower to attract pollinators like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. Numero, the Spanish word for number. Thank you very much. Okay, she said, okay, right? Ovule, the part of the plant in the ovary that contains egg cells and becomes a seed after fertilization. Oxygen, the gas humans and animals must breathe in order to stay alive, and which green plants produce when making food. Photosynthesis, the process by which green plants, powered by the energy of sunlight, combine carbon dioxide and water to produce sugar inside their leaves and release oxygen into the air. Pistil, the ovule bearing female reproductive part of a flowering plant that includes the stigma, style, and ovary. Plantain, a kind of a banana that is best eaten when cooked. Raw banana, right? Pollen, the minute grains that are produced in the anthers of a flower and contain male sex cells. Stamen, the male reproductive part of a flowering plant that includes the anthers and the filaments that support the anthers. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video about all about the flowering plants. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye bye. I will be back in another video. Bye. Thank you.